Hi guys! Today I'm going to read you a story called Skippyjohnones by Judy Sachner, I think. Alright, Skippyjohnones. Every morning Skippyjohnones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohickety's bird bath." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse, not a grouse, not a moose or a goose, not a rat or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippyjohnones began to bounce, bounce, bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjohnones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippyjohnones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippyjohnones. "What was that?" So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippyjohnones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippyjohnones began to sing in a muy, muy soft voice. "My name is Skippito Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo." Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jillyboo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippyjohn come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered his Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippyjohn wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterious old band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay, caramba! Who goes there?" asked Skippyjohnones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichancos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "I am El Skippito, the great sword fighter," said Skippyjohnones. Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. "Why the mosquito, dude?" asked Poquito Tito. "I go incognito," said Skippito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pinto Linto. "See, I love mice and beans," said Skippito. "He might be the dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Tia Mia, "if he knows the secret password." Leaning toward Don Diego, El Skippito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. "Ah, chupichu!" "Bless you," said Don Diego. "Gracias," said Skippito. "Then it is true," decreed Don Diego. "Yip, yippee, yippito. It's the end of Alfredo Buzzito. Skippito is here. We have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad bumbalito." Then all of the chimichangos went crazy loco. First they had a fiesta. Then they took a siesta. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumblebeeto for Skippito to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos so great that one could hear a whisker drop. "Alfredo Buzzito," whispered the crowd. "El blimpo bumbolito bandito." "See," said Poquito Tito, "the bandito steals our frijoles." "Not your beans!" cried Skippito, outraged. "See," Poquito continued. Red beans, black beans, Boston baked and blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jelly too. And now he comes for us, Paquito added. ¿Por qué? Asked Skippito. Because we are full of the beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall in his most somber voice, declared, Yo quiero frijoles. Huh? Asked Skippito. The dude just wants his beans back, said Poquito Tito. And you are the dog for the job. Me? Asked Skippito. Then all the chimichanguitos turned towards Skippito, the great sword fighter. But poor Skippito had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. Vamos, Skippito, or it is you the bandito will eato, they cried. Skippito stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like castanets. Then in the muy soft voice he said, My name is Skippito Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito. But Alfredo Bazito flew straight for Skippito until the bean-eating bandito hovered over only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles! Cried Skippito as he thrust his sword in the air. Pop! Went the bandito, landing on Skippito's sword, and quicker than one could say chihuahuas, cheese, and crackers. Every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Bazito, the bumblebito bandito. Then all the doggies burst into song. Yip, yippee, yippito, our hero is El Skippito. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos. But back at home there was such a ruckus coming from Skippyjohn's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down into the hallway to the kitty boy's room. Benguito, crashito, papito, Skippito. Just in time to see Skippyjohn's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, Beanbag, Doggies, and the kitty boy with his birthday piñata on his head. Skippyjohnones! Everyone cried. Hola, muchachitas, he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippyjohn and covered his head with the furry purry kisses. What am I gonna do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs? She scolded. You see that? It's a piñata. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippyjohn began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. Oh, I'm Skippyjohnjones, with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say good night, Skippyjohnjones, called his mama. Buenas noches, mis amigos, said Skippyjohnjones. Oh, here he is. What a silly story.